G'day gamers, Ranger Tony here, back with more of our Neverwinter Nights 2 official campaign playthrough as a human archery ranger. When last we left off, we now have, um, whatever her name is. I'm just calling her Z because I can't pronounce it and I haven't heard it pronounced yet. Or maybe I have, but I don't recall it. I said we were going to go and get her some armor because she has
Yes.
none. Which is problematic. And I would like to get her, excuse me, a weapon of some sort. But we have to go back to, um, we have to go back to the keep, the Crossroad Keep. And, excuse me, I was saying that at some point we get given command of the keep and potentially a lot of those vendors that we've met previously move to the keep so that we can get easy access to them. So I'm wondering if it's not worthwhile going there first, because the big problem is if I go somewhere and buy some armor and then go to Crossroads Keep and suddenly there's better armor there, we wasted money. So let's go to the keep first and see how we go. Okay. There's a grey cloak guard outside.
It's seen better days, and will again. This keep was destroyed during the war with the King of Shadows. It was a dark time for Neverwinter, but we persevered, as you have this day.
It looks like Crossroad Keep is being rebuilt.
I have brought you back here under orders, for Lord Nasher has a new task for you, and perhaps our guest can see what it is you'll be fighting for in the coming days. These people you see around you, they are now yours to command as you see fit. You are their captain in Neverwinter's service. Make this keep ready for war. Gather troops to your banner, and be prepared to strike when this enemy reveals itself. To help you manage the keep, Lord Nasher has assigned you an officer, Kana, and Master Vidal has been contracted to help you rebuild the keep and the surrounding area. You are the master of this keep now. You have earned it through service and blood. And you have earned my trust, and that of Lord Nasher. This is your land. Defend it, for the sake of your people and the sake of Neverwinter.
Look, even now shadows fall upon this plain, yet still its beauty persists. It is not surprising to me that our enemies wish to mar this place with their blades and their war.
Okay, I need to know what you know about this threat.
Know this. The first glimpses of this conflict you have seen are not the first. They are but glimpses of things that travel well into the past and the present. It is all part of a greater war. A war almost as great as the one that split my people on the Sword of Gith long ago. And the tragedy is tied to such a blade. These shadows you see, there is a lord who dwells in darkness with them. And he has fought on this plain before against those who have embraced Gith's hatred, the Githyanki. This lord and the Githyanki, it is difficult to know the true hatred between them. He attacked them long ago, attempted to cast his shadows upon their fortresses in the plains beyond. The fighting was terrible, fierce, and it was only through the deaths of thousands of Githyanki that this King of Shadows was driven back. But no matter how many countless thousands of their people they lost, they were only capable of severing the portal through which he could attack them. And so, the Githyanki were denied a victory, and forestalled their war for a time. But know that the Githyanki do not forget their enemies. And though the King of Shadows had been driven back, still they sought a way to reach him, to kill him. And as terrible as knowing the followers of Gith hunt for you, even more dangerous is this lord, this King of Shadows.
Okay, this is confusing me now because the Githyanki are against the King of Shadows. The Githyanki have been trying to kill me as well, though. And I am not for the King of Shadows. I'm against him as well. Very confusing. Anyway. Where is this King of Shadows and how do we stop him?
Know that I will aid you if I can, but it may already be too late. The King of Shadows was not always tied to darkness, and that is part of the tragedy. His will was once devoted to an ancient empire, to the protection of its people. He was once the light of Ilfarn, empowered with the strength to protect them from their enemies, and he was bound to the natural magics of the plane, the weave. But as much as a ritual created the guardian that was to be Shadow, there is a ritual that will unmake him. It is a ritual of purification, designed to allow him peace when his days of sacrifice are done and the Empire needs him no longer. If the ritual does exist, it lies within the ruined Ilfarn city of Arvan. It is there you must go to purify yourself and gain the strength for the battle ahead. I have marked the location upon your map.
If that's what it takes, that's what I must
Know
do.
that this path is a dangerous one. Even the people of Ilfarn, as powerful as they were unable to defeat the King of Shadows. But know that this ritual of purification and the blade of our enemies are the only chance of success in this.
What? But what if I accidentally let him lose? What does that mean? That makes no sense to me. Why not just let him rot there? I'll say I don't see why I have to do this and see what happens, but I don't understand the accidentally let him lose. We're not trying to help the Lord of Shadows. I don't know.
He can already make his presence felt beyond his chains. The advantage is his. If you cannot strike at an enemy, know your battle is already lost. You doubt me, and that is because you do not know me. You need allies, Kalakcha, not more enemies and doubt to divide you. For in dividing the mind, you divide the battlefield and you cut your strength in half. I am a Zerth, and I swear upon the circle of Zerthamon that what I speak to you I know to be true. And know that your life is as precious to me as it is for the followers of Gith to end it. And this king, know that he threatens us all.
Yeah. Still a little bit confusing, this storyline.
This title of Kalakcha, do you know it? You wear that title because the name knows you, even if you do not know it yourself. But let me speak my thought plainly, without circles of meaning. They call you the Shard-Bearer, this Kalakcha, because you carry a piece of Gith's blade within you, near the heart, and you have always borne it close to you. It was once said that Gith's blade, once drawn, would never find a scabbard again. And now it is sheathed within you. It sings, and they can hear it as I hear it, whispering all the hate of Gith and the war she sought to bring to the plains. A war that would have ended us all if Zerthamon had not met her blade with his at the pronouncement of two skies.
What must I do?
Know that you are the only one who can reforge Gith's blade and use it once more in a battle. A battle that will free your lands and people from an evil even greater than the evil the Illithid sought to bring upon my people. There is no other. And if the title of Kalak Cha displeases you, then know that you must make another title, and perhaps your name shall be the battle cry by which this ancient enemy, this King of Shadows, will be defeated.
So you will travel with me?
I make this pronouncement to you, greater than the bond of two deaths as one, with a strength that echoes the pronouncement of two skies. I make the pronouncement of three in darkness, two in light. As the two of us shall meet this king in his fortress, it shall become a battle of three. And when it is over, the two of us shall walk in the light, and you will taste true freedom, just as Gith and Zerthamon did when they broke the will of the Illithid at Sagrasa's end. It is my life I am giving you, Kalak Cha, and I ask that you let me share your path with you.
Thank you, Z, and I welcome your help.
Then we shall speak no more of it, now that my vow is spoken. Now we must travel to the ruins of the culture of Ilfarn, and there undergo the rituals you will need to arm your spirit against the King of Shadows.
Where are these ruins?
I have marked the location of the city on your map. There we shall find what we seek and complete the ritual of purification.
I have a feeling this is down in the Mare of Dead Men, down near the town I come from, West Harbour. That sort of makes sense. Okay. So we have to... Here's the thing. Here's where it gets confusing now. We have to... Oh, my animal companion's gone again. Typical. Okay. We have to recreate the sword of Gith. It's obvious that that's going to be something that is needed to kill the King of Shadows, which is a pain in the butt because I'm an archer. But I'm going to make the assumption that this weapon can be used by anybody, because, quite frankly, I could play a mage of some sort, and they're not allowed to use swords. So it's going to be a weapon that's going to be usable by everybody. Right. But we also have to prepare the keep for battle. We have to repair everything, and we need to get troops ready. And then we also have to go to Ilfarn, to this Ilfarn city. Now, I have a funny feeling that we have to pay for a lot of this ourselves. Which is going to be a nuisance. There is a locked door there. And there's nothing around here. Okay, so that's a ruined church. So I'm assuming that the locked door will no longer be locked once we organize for various things to be fixed. I do actually remember I have done a little bit more of this storyline, because I remember a merchant standing in this area here somewhere. And that is probably why I felt it was best to come back here. Oh, the inn is open. But that's probably why I felt it was best to come back here without getting armor for Z, because I wasn't sure if the merchants... I must have been subconsciously remembering that there is a merchant back there. Oh, we got a flickering light. That's interesting. Is there anything interesting down this way? No, that building doesn't even have a door. Okay. Get my animal companion out. and rest. Now, the other thing...
Make your path mine.
Good. Okay, so that's how... I was concerned that Z has a lot of spells here, and she actually has a lot of inflict light wounds and inflict moderate wounds, inflict serious, etc. And doesn't really have a lot of memorized spells that were curing. Now, I know in previous versions of D&D, like the version 3.5 that this is based on, that there was the conversion thing. So if I click spontaneous conversion, it will allow me to convert any of these spells into an appropriately leveled healing spell, right? So it's going to turn any 6th level spell into mass cure moderate wounds. Any 4th level spell is going to become cure critical wounds, etc. And that is really good. But I was also aware that at least in later versions of D&D, if you are, and maybe it's because she is neutral that this isn't a problem, but in particular, if you are a evil cleric, you spontaneously convert to the harm version of the spell, not the... And that may be the case here as well. I don't recall, but I wanted to just check that because I knew she wasn't good, and I wasn't sure if she would be spontaneously converting to harm or heal. And if she was spontaneously converting all of her spells to harm spells, I would have to rework a lot of her spells so that we had access to a lot more healing, because that's what she is here for now. There's really no other reason to keep her in the party except that I think we have to, but so far we've done pretty well without a dedicated healer. We have had Eleni to help healing, but you will notice that I am able to just rest after battles most of the time to heal. That has been 100% sufficient for us for multiple episodes now. We are not ever... I mean, yes, there's been some battles where one of us might go down in the last couple of episodes, but we haven't been in really dire situations.
Captain, Lord Nasher has given you a great honor. But rebuilding these grounds will be a considerable undertaking.
And one I look forward to. Pleased to make your acquaintance, Captain. I am Master Vidal. I won't lie to you. This keep is in a sad state of repair. We will need all the resources you can bring to bear to fix her up. With the help of my crew, we can turn this place into a true masterpiece of engineering.
Master Vidal is excellent at his craft and capable of what he claims, if somewhat eccentric.
I went ahead and inspected the grounds. There is much work that needs to be done. The courtyard itself is in a shambles, but that can be fixed quickly. Strong backs and long hours and you'll see the shape of the keep. And, well, what's underneath won't be pretty, but before long we'll have the keep cleared out for you. We're embarking on a true adventure. Men, set the camp over there. I'll draw up plans for the work.
There are preparations I must make. Come speak to me within the keep when you would like an update, Captain.
Alrighty. So she runs off. We have a worker. We have Master Vidal. Let's talk to Master Vidal. We've cleared the ground, so as you can see, there is much work to do. Work requires a certain amount of coin. My men need to be fed after all, and the amount of material, it will not be cheap. There is good news, though. Sir Naval formally commissioned me to work on the project, and Lord Nasher will fund part of it. But the other part is up to you. I will need gold to rebuild, but Nasher's coin will cover expenses for a time. I live for my work, you see, but the others don't. How much money did Lord Nasher give me? I don't know the exact figures, but not enough. People just don't appreciate how much good masonry costs. This missive details how much gold Neverwinter has allocated a Crossroad Keep. You can use those funds or your own to work on several things: the keep, the courtyard, the fortifications, and the surrounding lands. Well, let me just say I don't have any more questions. I thought he was giving me... It said, this missive details how much gold Neverwinter has allocated. What missive? You haven't given me a missive. So I don't know how much has been allocated. I have 232,000 gold, which sounds like a lot, but it's going to cost me a little bit to equip Z. How else can I help? How are things in the keep? Starting to get packed. You really should let me fix some things. It looks distasteful, so many people milling around. I want to rebuild something. Yes, of course. You have the coin to spend. Want to know how to spend it. Might I recommend doing some structural work on the keep first? So many of the rooms inside are closed off because they could collapse at any moment. No way for you to live. What part of the keep? Oh, okay. Now it's showing me. Keep funds remaining. 70,000. So the keep itself... So many rooms closed. Technically, they were standing before I got here, but they were extremely unstable, don't you know? They could fall at a moment's notice. Sloppy. There are 3 sets of rooms that need more work. We can work on building you a personal suite, repairing and upgrading the library, or clearing out the west wing for other purposes. I don't care about my personal suite. Begin work on the west wing. I'm sure someone will find a use for all those rooms indeed. I have to go right now. I'll be back once the men have finished construction. So much to do, so much to do. All right, that is good. Oh, look, there's Wolf. Me and the lads have decided to sign on. We found a good place on the streets with you and yours, and nearly all of us decided to come here. We can run messages, carry pots and pans, even get water from the well, and of course clear a path for you if I need it. Give us time and we'll be able to whisk you away in any direction you need, and faster than you can think. You'll be there. Okay. Okay, let's go into the keep just to talk to what's her name and find out what we have to do about getting more people, because I'm sure we're going to need them. And I'm trying to get an idea for how much money certain things are going to end up costing me. Here we go.
It is an honor to serve, Captain. You have been rewarded greatly with this stronghold. Long have I waited for my blade to be in the service of someone worthy. My waiting is over.
The honor is as much mine to have you and the others working for me.
You are too modest. We are the ship, and you are the wind that moves us.
Okay, that's corny.
There is much yet that needs to be done. Rebuilding the keep itself, Master Vidal can handle. But training the Grey Cloaks to defend its battlements is very important. Training a few men can be done quickly with the right teachers. But Sir Naval has promised 100 men for you shortly. And if the keep grows, so will your retinue and your command. So, we must start with the basics and turn these farmers and shepherds into fighting men.
Besides training, what else needs to be done?
There are a few families of farmers that will want protection from the local keep, as they had in years past. This section of the high road has also been plagued with bandits since Crossroad Keep fell to the King of Shadows long ago. We have been given the right to tie the merchant trains that come through. But until the road is made safe, any tithe collectors will find the road empty. Merchants prefer safer, longer roads, especially if they make more profit. But all of this relies on training your Grey Cloaks into capable soldiers.
Anything else?
I will carry out your orders when you are away. Once the men are trained, there are more things they can do. As our numbers swell here, I could use more able sergeants to oversee the men. I can train and assign tasks to sergeants if you find some for me. The decisions you make here may have a large impact on the cloaks and the people on your land. After some time, I'm certain Lord Nasher will have direct orders for your men. But until then, they are yours to command.
All right. No, stop it. Okay, so give me a report on the keep. Ooh, I don't remember this, but that's nice. Okay, no time has passed. We've got 55 grand still. No income, blah, blah, blah. 5 peasants, 10 merchants, no recruits. Peasant civility is average, morale is average. We've got 50 grey cloaks. They've got no training. They're very low unit strength, poor weapons, no armour. Last special mission, no sergeants. We need to make a blacksmith, a merchant shop. Okay, so there's lots of things that need to be done. Fortifications are ruined. Yeah, so we need a lot of stuff done here. I want to organise the men. The men can be assigned different tasks, training in garrison during patrolling the roads and the keep's lands and trying to recruit more greycoats. On occasion, special assignments may be available. Be wise to check back with me whenever you come to the keep. Do you want to assign what your greycloaks are doing? Have the men train and garrison the keep. Training at the moment is one of the most important things. Once they're trained, then we can send them out to secure the area, and then we can talk about tithing. How are the surrounding areas? Our roads are some of the most dangerous in the realms. Okay. Only a few merchants use our roads, not enough to support the keep. Surrounding lands are as wild. Farewell. That's enough for now. Okay, there was this other guy over here. Uncas. Nice place you got here. It looks like it still has some holes in the walls, but nice all the same. I'm Uncas. I know you're busy, so I'll be blunt with you. I've come here with a business proposition for you. I'd like to have some of my dealings here. I don't answer questions, and if you're the inquisitor type, I'll pack my gear and bid you good day. In exchange, I can find buyers for anything you want to sell, anything at all. Just consider me a no-nonsense merchant. We good? As long as you don't break the law. What are you, some initiate of the Church of Tyr? I think I presented myself clearly. That's your problem, not mine. Either you tell me you can handle it or not. We're good. Then we're in business. For the use of the premises in your corporation, I'll give you a good price. I'll buy anything you get, and sometimes I trade in information and I'll pass along some free of charge. I'm looking forward to working with you. I'd like to see your wares. You got it. All right. Not really happy with that armor. Encircling scale. Immunity to poison and gives you dark vision. So it's a belt that's sort of like a snaky type thing. Blood Soul Sickle, Blood Letter, Bolts +4, Crossbow of Murder. Massive criticals, attack +5. That's interesting and very nice. I really want, though... Well, actually, can I get you to double check? Yes, you can use that crossbow. Good. I'm not going to get her to use that crossbow, but I wanted to be sure that she could. The idea that I've got is I want her with a crossbow of some sort, but I want one that has unlimited ammo so that I don't have to keep buying ammo for her. Now, I did notice, so we've got Wolf's Minion and we've got Cassavir.
Yes? Is there something you wish of me?
No, not at the moment. Need anything, Captain? Oh, can you take me someplace? The courtyard, the basement, the inn, the fields, the path. I changed my mind. Okay, so that's a little mini fast travel mechanism inside your keep so that you don't have to run around. So we've got a kitchen area here. And a dining area here. The City of Luskan and Waterdeep are a couple of books. Ooh, what's over here at the desk? Crossroad Keep Key. Famous Citizens of the Sword Coast. Don't know that I really need to take that key. But this is obviously like some sort of planning room. I didn't pay attention to where the young man was going to send me. And then there's the basement. Stuck again. Come on, everybody. Out of the way. There we go. Let me through. Aha! Look at that. The construct is back. Grobnar, I think, has fixed it. We have an alchemy workbench, a magician's workbench. Does that contain all my stuff from the inn? It doesn't. Blacksmith's workbench.
One thing. I had a favor, really. I keep hearing about this tome of Ilkazar, and if I recall correctly, it has a few fascinating chapters on golemcraft.
So?
Well, if we were to get a hold of it, we might be able to use it to help upgrade the construct. I mean, he's walking around and healthy as golems go. But I only know so much about golems. There may be something I missed that could help him that would be in the tome.
Sounds good, and if we can restore him completely, he'll be an asset.
That's what I say. So glad you agreed. I was worried this was one of those times when I had a bad idea. Of course. Ask away. Always ready with answers. Yes, indeed.
No good. Don't want to ask anything else. Ocean shelf. Ooh. Alright, I might actually just leave that stuff there for the moment. Oh, and there's our spider friend. Crystal chitters excitedly when he sees you. How did you know to come here? You left rather abruptly last time. Crystal scribbles what appears to be a crude drawing of you and himself, both walking. There's a large gap between the two pictures. It would seem that he'd been following you for quite some time. It wasn't necessary to keep your distance. I would have welcomed your company. Crystal gestures at the room with his mandibles and stares at you expectantly. You get the impression he's asking if he can stay. You're welcome to stay, and there's plenty of room for anyone who's a friend. Okay. I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Now, the construct, the golem, can be a party member. And I don't know if I have to repair him first or not. But he can be a party member. So hang on, let's talk to the kid. There was courtyard, keeps main floor, the inn, the fields, the path where we leave this area. Let's go to the inn. And of course, Kelgar's in the inn, and there's Nishka. And we have Sal. Sal from the... Okay. It's you, Captain, right? It's Sal. Sal from the Sunken Flagon. There we go. Well, formerly the Flagon. I've been wiping tables for your uncle for years with always the promise of starting my own inn, but it's always seemed to be just words until you came along. Once I heard what you were doing here, I packed my bags, wrote a note, and here I am. You said you wanted to run an inn. What, you thought I wanted to wash plates and tankards the rest of my life? I've always wanted to start my own inn. This keep's got everything going for it. It's right on the high road. It's got plenty of merchants' caravans. It's got, well, you two. I figure I can turn this into a respectable inn, clean with entertainment. Oh, and good food. I mentioned I'm a cook, right? Don't you need permission or something? You're the boss. Well, the real boss is Lord Nasher, and his agents already approved everything. You'll get plenty out of this. I'll bring customers, provide a place for merchants to eat, drink, and spend a little money. Look, trust me, you need an inn, and that means an innkeeper. Me and the drinks will always be on the house, Captain. How's business? We've got business. Not a lot, but there are people dropping by. Things could be better. I've been talking with this master bard who's willing to send an apprentice to perform here, but he wants the place to be livelier, someone to dance to his music, he says. So if you spot anyone who would want to work here, grab them. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, chairs in the way. I was looking into the distance and not paying any attention to what was right in front of me. What I want to do, because I was looking for other exits. What I want to do is, I feel like I need to go and find all of those people that said that they would be willing to come and work for me. And I don't recall if I need to fix up various things around here first or not. Let's go and talk to Vedal and see if there's anything else we can build just yet. I sort of doubt it. It feels too soon. What? The construction is complete. I'm eager to hear what you want to do next. Okay, what else can I help with? Want to rebuild something. The keep itself. No. Buildings in the courtyard. There's 2 buildings that would be ideal for merchants. One can be converted into a smithy. One that's an armorer and blacksmith. One that an armorer and blacksmith could share. The other could be a different type of shop, maybe for general goods or a magical item purveyor. Just say the word and I'll get my men to work. I'd really like to do both. But now I'm going to build the smithy. Shouldn't take long and the smithy will be complete. So much to do, so much to do. All right. Maybe I don't need to go and do anything else just yet. Let's talk to Wolf, though. I do want to just quickly check. I want him to take me to the exit from the area. Can you take me someplace? The inn, to the fields, to the path, to the outside. To a dragon's horde? You're ribbon old wolf, aren't you? Sorry, no dragons and no dragon's hordes for you today. Next you'll be asking for some vorpal weapon or some such. To the path outside. Follow me. Because I want to at least look at the overland map. Okay. The construct isn't on the list at the moment. So it needs to be repaired before we can do any more. And Z doesn't have to be on the list. That's interesting. But I still feel I want to keep this group. It does mean we're going to have no arcane spellcasters. We're going to be relying on divine spellcasters. But the fact that Eleni has another animal companion and Bishop has an animal companion feels right to me. So I just need to get some weapons and armor for Z, and we'll be good for now. So, that's the ruins of Arvan up there. Okay, I thought it was going to be down here, but I guess the ruins of Arvan is just the start of things, not the end of things. So, we do still, I could still go to the Old Owl Well and some of these other places and buy things. So, for example, I'm not sure which of the blacksmiths were going to come, but the armorer in the docks, the armorer in Highcliffe will come to the keep. There's going to be a blacksmith somewhere, but I don't remember where it is. And then there's the miners. The miners were Fort Locke, maybe? No, some of the miners... Old Owl Well. I can't remember. I do feel like I should be going around to all of these places and just seeing if there's any of those people that I can recruit. let's come to Highcliffe first. This may all be a complete waste of time, but I'm also curious to see if this armourer has special inventory yet or not. Oh yeah, we're at that entrance. All right, that's fine. It might be interesting to talk to the mayor, but he's not there. All right. Neither is, what's her name? This guy here was the armourer who complained. Well met. Still here and bored as always. Something I can do for you? Come work for me. I could use someone like you at Crossroad Keep. That's an interesting offer. Certainly bound to be more opportunities there. But unless you know a good miner who can provide ore at a reasonable price, I couldn't compete with more established armourers in the region. Please look for me if you find one. There's just not much work for an armour. Okay, I'd like to see your wares. No, you don't have anything special yet. So I do need to find the armourers. Sorry, the miners. And I've got to remember where they were. I know we rescued some at lots of different places. We found ore at lots of different places. Let's go to Fort Locke. Have a look there. I also sort of feel like I should be going, after I go to one location, I sort of feel like I should be immediately going back to the castle and just organising something new to be built while I have the funds. It sort of feels like that's something that I should do, but I don't know. So we've got the refugees here. It might be interesting to talk to Lisa and see if any of the refugees will come and work for us. There's Galen and there's Jacoby. Let's talk to Lisa and just see. I'm not sure, but no. Okay. They're prepared to leave. Galen. No. Yeah, I don't feel like there's that the miners are here. Welcome back. What can I do for you? Come work for me. I need a weaponsmith at Crossroad Keep. Oh, that's right. I'd heard you've been rebuilding that place, even the smithy. Well, you outrank the commander now, so I'd better follow your orders and head on over. It's a pleasure to enter your service. Okay, so now we've got our blacksmith. This guy is the craft master who just tells you how to do crafting stuff, and you can actually get supplies from him and stuff, but I'm not interested in that. So the miners are not here from what I can see. These are all just refugees. I'm sure people are going to be writing in the comments while I'm doing this, reminding me where the miners were. I got a feeling there was some at Old Owl's Well. And we have found a lot of ore for them to work with. I had a feeling they were like down that area, but let's just look. So these all look like soldiers to me. Yeah, they're all grey cloaks. There's Callum, grey cloak captain. Aha! The miners. Come to your senses. I'm sure you could use a quality miner like me. We have a deal, of course. My men and I will go to this keep of yours. So let's head off, men. Come on, move it. Our business here is done. There we go. And Catriona. She might make a decent sergeant. You going to stay here and help the Grey Cloaks?
it might be time for me to find something a little more challenging. These orcs were tough, but, well, I think I'm due for a change of scenery. Maybe there's a nobleman in Neverwinter who needs an extra blade by their side.
Come work for me. I could use someone like you.
Well, judging from what you've done out here, I'll wager you definitely have interesting work for me. All right, I'm in. You just got yourself a sergeant.
I'll see you at Crossroad Keep.
I'll be here for a while longer, but I will join you at Crossroad Keep soon enough.
Rightio then. I doubt there's anybody else here that I can interact with. I really doubt that Simi is willing to leave here. Considering I already have a merchant. Nothing for now. Yeah, okay. That's good. We've found a blacksmith. We found the miners, which now means I could go back to Highcliff and get the armorer, which is good. I've heard of you, Tony. They say you have miners working for you. I'll pack my things and head over. I'm sure I'll do better at the keep. Soldiers need armor after all. You won't regret it. Brilliant. Let's get out of here and head back to the keep ourselves. Now, I think we can get Deacon once we get the other shop out in the courtyard done. But I don't think that's actually urgent. I want to get more done to fix up the keep. Not the keep, but the defenses. Wolf's minion, can you take me someplace? You can only take me to the courtyard. That's annoying. Either that or there is a scripted interaction in the courtyard waiting for me. No. But there's... yeah, there's the merchant. And there's the armorer. Your keep looks real nice, Captain. It's not so different from High Castle. Just a bit more rubble around, that's all. Once I get my gear set up, you should talk to me about armor. I might even be able to make some for your grey cloaks. Okay, he's got some wares here. I really want...
Yes.
what the hell is that? It's light armor, +2, with piercing and slashing resistance. Base armor class is only 2. It's pretty light, so that must be padded armor. I don't know whether I want to go all out for Z. So this is medium armor, +3 universal save throw, +5 armor. Oh my god. But there's also full plate +3, only 8 grand. And she's not going to need... like, frankly, I could be a little bit stingy with some of these guys as far as armor goes, because I'm just going to buy... hang on. She's only got a +1 dex bonus. So that'll be 9, and 3 will be 11, so that'll be 21 will be her armor class. It's not even clear why she's got a 14 armor class at the moment. Is that due to this? And this? It is. Well, maybe she's got dodge and that's why that gets to there. to 12 because she's only got a +1 in Dex. So she must... Oh, hang on. There we go. That explains it. So what is that doing? Those are giving AC bonus +2 to dodge. Right. And those are something that could be used by mages. Okay, I think... What about the half plate? The half plate does 7 and 0. And it's +3. No, we'll get her the full plate +3. That seems incredibly cheap to me. And there we go. Her armor class is 25. Her image doesn't update, which is bizarre, but, you know. Back to me, though. I am wearing studded leather +2. That is very expensive armor, though. And there's some chain shirts, also very expensive. Or the +3 isn't, but... leather armor +3, studded leather +3. I think I'm going to change my armor for the moment. I think I'm happy with most of our armor. Let's talk to Jacoby. It's exactly where I'd like to be, back in the service of the Grey Cloaks with a commander that doesn't have stones in their head. It's a right honour to be here, Captain, a real honour. Only one hitch, and with the Grey Cloaks, believe me, that's always a hitch. I was talking with Kenner, and those tight purses in Neverwinter haven't given us enough funds again, so like Fort Lock, we've got barely 2 coppers to rub together, and half the Grey Cloaks here have farmers' tools as weapons. I'd make them weapons for as near as nothing as I can, but I still need to pay for the materials. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Is there a chance you can reforge a silver sword? You mean a Githyanki blade? Don't take no offense, Captain. I ask around about you sometimes. And that Aldenon, well, he's got a mouth on him. But I'm afraid that no smith, not even me, would be able to reforge that. It's so infused with the weave and enchantments that it's not as simple as heating it up and putting the pieces back together. All right. I'd like to see his wares. I'm annoyed that he doesn't have alternate... you know, the second secret. It's 11,000 for a crossbow, but it doesn't have unlimited ammo. Okay. I really just want a crossbow with unlimited arrows. Heavy crossbow +3, no. The lesser oath bow is a short bow, massive crits, mighty, light crossbow +3. Namara's Never Sleep +2. What is that? A rapier. Alright. Quarterstaffs, rapiers, rune hammer. I may have to go and look at some of those other merchants. In particular, there was ones at Port Last and in the Black Lake District, and see what they've got. Okay, let's talk to you again. Upgrading the weapons of the men. Okay, so I need to find these miners. I think they're over here. Are they here? No, that's just the groups of workers. Wolf, Veedle, Phoenix Tail Inn, Jacoby's Smithy, Adaro, Ruined Church, Ruined Merchant Shop, Ruined Tower. Ooh, if we get that tower, there might be a mage. Who would it be? Who would be the mage who was willing to come help us? I'm not sure. Alright, Veedle, what else can you make for us? Construction is complete. Eager to hear. What else can I help with? Want you to rebuild things. Fortifications. First part of fortifying Crossroad Keep is making the walls, well, more wall-like. It's a horrible mess right now. Holes everywhere. Just filling in the holes is the first step. Lord Nasher made it quite clear that he considers that a top priority. Fine. I'll fill the holes, Captain, but without more work after that will barely be worth calling defences. So much to do, so much to do. So he's going to run off. Let's head back in. See if my miners are in here.
Captain, there's a sheriff from a nearby village that wants your help.
Well met to you, Captain. I'm the Sheriff of Leaves. We're a small village just south of your patrols.
Our patrols have made some of the bandits go elsewhere, in search of easier pickings.
Which sends them right to Leaves, I'm afraid.
What happened to the village?
The bandits have raided our village twice. First time just to steal our pigs, but we're thinking it's going to get worse.
So Leaves wants us to send regular patrols their way to stop them.
Your Lady Conna has the straight of it. It's a lot to ask, I know, but we're desperate.
If we send men over there, those are men we won't have for our own patrols and duty. It could set us back on our own front. The decision is yours.
Station 1 patrol to their village to assist them.
Thank you, Captain. One of your patrols should be able to really make a difference.
A full patrol? Captain, that could set us back on our front. I hope you've made the right call.
So do I. So do I. Right, so we've got Uncas there still. We now have Catriona. What is that? There's something back behind the leadership of Neverwinter. Okay, let's talk to Catriona. From your humble beginnings to this, you must be pleased, Captain. Okay, that doesn't help. Let's talk to Kana again. Have a Grey Cloak report for you. The men have completed rudimentary training. They're capable of defending themselves and given enough numbers, overwhelming an opponent. How may I be of service? Let's talk more in depth about men and their sergeants. What do you want to know about? Tell me about Catriona. Catriona has weathered many battles in Old Alwell before she got there. There's little I can teach her. The only decision for her is where to station her. I was planning on holding her in reserve to deal with special missions or other important matters, but I will defer to your judgment. Once she has an assignment, though, it may take some time for her to delegate her responsibilities. Okay, put her on special assignments. Let's change the subject. What's the status of the keep? Master Vedal has started work on reconstructing the keep, but the walls and the buildings in the courtyard need much work. The keep is filled with loyal men and followers, but there still may be a few out there to find. Besides soldiers, however, there are a few people that visit here or live here, perhaps if the Grey Cloak patrol the roads. I want to organise the men. Do you want to reassign? Split them in between patrolling the roads and the lands. The roads. Okay, fine. I am Kana, a warrior who follows the way. All other words are ephemeral, like trying to catch butterflies with blades of grass. I still seek the purity of the way of swords. The way is not about destinations, instead it is the path. Through serving you, I have found the way again. I cannot thank you enough for that. Okay. Farewell. What's through this door? Oh. All rooms and Lara. It's locked probably because it's still not fixed. There is no signs of the miners in here or in here. If we were to... Where's the door down into the... There we go. Let's head down into the basement. Okay, let's talk to our young friend over here. They're probably in the inn. No. Cannot find them yet. Little troubling. Let's head out to the fields, maybe. Maybe I'm missing something. Bunch of people over here. Is it? No. No, that's the cemetery. All right. Something behind this pile of rocks just here. There we go. That's the guy we needed to talk to. It's about time I got out of Old Owl Well. Too dangerous and too much commotion, if you ask me. The gods, who decided it would be a good idea to move to this keep? Not that I have much choice, but to come here, I don't have enough coin to rent in Neverwinter. But if you're going to work here, could you please try to fix it up? Oh, and find me some mineral deposits. I have found some new ore deposits. You made a find, eh? I figured with how much time adventurers spend underground, there's got to be a practical use for it. I'll send my men over, and here's some coin for you. I might have some more from your site later. Now I have to go and get men moving. If I don't kick them into action, they'll be worse than useless. Alrighty, that's done that. Episode's running a touch long, but I did say I wanted to get Z all set up, and the one thing we still have to do is get her a weapon. So we are going... I can't remember which one would be better. I'm going to go to Port Last first. But let's... Uh-oh. This isn't good. At least she's got armor. Zin. Hail, Tony. Where are you bound now? Port Last. Why do you ask? Just curious. You do seem to get around. Have we met? We've never been properly introduced to each other, so let's do that now, shall we? I'm Zin. The pretty lady to my right is Naira, the elf is Shara, and the gnome in the dress is Oyo. It's a robe, you bastard. And now that introductions have been made, there's the matter of the bounty on your head. What bounty? The Arcane Brotherhood is very unhappy with you right now, so unhappy that they've offered a hefty sum of gold to anyone who brings your head back to Luskan. The fact that you were found innocent... Oh, damn it, my animal companion's not here. The fact that you were found innocent at the trial particularly infuriated them. Rumour has it they went through a great deal of trouble to frame you. Are you planning on collecting this bounty? You're a well-known adventurer, and the fact that you've survived this long means you've got skill and good equipment. When we kill you, we'll be able to collect the bounty, take your equipment, and become the heroes of Luskan in one blow. You really think it's going to be that easy, do you? Let's find out which group has more skill, shall we? Well, you do realise that for saying that, Zin, you probably should be the first one to die, but actually the mage really needs to die. Oh, and I forgot to turn on my rapid shot. Man, we barely broke a sweat. Braces of dexterity +4. Wow, okay. Half plate +2. I could have waited and just given this half plate +2 to Z rather than spending money on it, but then she wouldn't have been armored for this battle. Ring of Divine Power 2. Scarab of Protection and Elven Chain Mail. Man, we're finding some decent stuff here. Alrighty then. Fairy Dust. There's an unidentified cloak. Maybe you can make some sense of that. Hellhound Tooth. The Ring of Wizardry. We will sell. Darksteel Dagger, a Great Sword +2. We haven't identified the helmet yet. The Elven Chainmail. Max Dexterity bonus +2. Bonus to hide, move silently, and its weight reduction 40%. The Scarab of Protection +2. Universal Save Throw +2. The Ring of Divine Power 2 is similar to the Ring of Wizardry. So you can have that. Acid Fog, Adamantine Battle Axe, a Longsword +2, Half Plate +2, Short Sword of Quickness, Haste 5 times a day, and bonus 1d6 electrical damage. Braces of Dexterity +4. They're better than the boots. What is my... Yeah, it's not worth it at this point. I'll give that to somebody else. Maybe, like, Z would like that. So I'll put my Braces of Armor class +4 back on.
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're saying you're carrying too much, and that's fine. You still haven't identified that cloak. The Scarab of Protection. Yeah, that gives you Cure Moderate Wounds. And that Fortitude Saving Throw. That's going to give you more spells per day. The Half Plate +2 is not as good as the heavier armor, so we'll keep that. The Braces of Dexterity would really help you. Major Circlet of Blasting. You still haven't identified that. I think we're going to... So anyone that can really take advantage of the Dex +4. Boots of Elven Kind. Amulet of Will. I mean...
Yes.
Where'd they go? Because I want to keep the Gauntlets of Ogre Power on Chandra. But give you that. That didn't do anything. What has he got that's increasing his dex? He's already got something that's increasing his dexterity. It's not the Elven Court Bow. It's not the armor. It's not the boots. It's not the ring. It's not the... Never put that ring on him. There is something bizarre going on here because he has some sort... That blue there means he's got a bonus for that. The dagger, just because he's got it in his inventory? No?
Yeah.
I don't understand. Unless I don't know. I don't understand it. But that is not working for him.
I am listening.
Gloves of concentration.
I am listening.
There we go. Let's do that. All right, let's get out of here. I wanted this to be as quick as possible. Because the episode's gone longer than I wanted it to. All I want is to talk to this guy. I'd like to see your exotic items, please. Dum, 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 dum. Plate piercer. Massive crits. Verdant crescent. No, that's a scythe. It sort of looked a bit like a crossbow, but I wasn't sure. No, you don't have anything in there. What about your normal stuff? Blade of the Rashmiri, Briar Spike, Clangandon's Wayward Axe, Deepstone Prodigy, Duskwood Light Crossbow, Hammer of the Beast, Heavy Crossbow. I was positive that I saw one. There's the Northwind Bow. That resists cold. No. There's the Ruby Crossbow. That does fear. All right. Dark Lake it is. Black Lake District it is. It's the only other place I can think of. Realised I haven't saved for a little bit. That's probably a good idea. Show me your special stock. Alright. Hammer and nails. No. Locust crossbow. Okay. If I can't find anything better, I will buy Locust crossbow, even though it's expensive. What is the dove? It's a short bow. In your normal inventory? Okay, looks like it's that other crossbow. It was the locust crossbow, wasn't it? Let's buy that.
I cannot move while I... Yes.
She really can't carry much at all. I probably... do I still have... I didn't sell the half plate plus 2, did I?
Make your path mine.
This... How much does this weigh? 50 pounds. And this... 50 pounds. Actually, let's get that cloak identified. Drow Pafari cloak. Save throw versus poison. Resist piercing, resist slashing, spell immunity, web. Well, I know he's probably going to use that. What cloak do I have at the moment? The fire bath one. I think that cloak far outweighs it. But this elven chainmail
Make your path mine.
may just be a much better option. 22, but see, this only weighs 16 pound.
I cannot move while I am overburdened.
So that's going to be much, much better for her. Let's just... No, actually, let's not sell anything here yet. We'll sell it all back at the castle. But we're going to leave it here. We've got Z set up correctly. I think we're good to go. So in the next episode, we're going to go back to the keep. We're going to do just a couple of more things there, and then we're going to head out for that new place and have a look and see what was at that new location on the map. Thank you for joining me, everyone, and I will see you for the next episode. Bye now.